The old coot here coming back at you with another short, sweet, exciting video. So I will do a longer video explaining how this fits into my daily routine. But for the most part, I lost 8 pounds in 4 months, right? So from the end of May, I was 334 to now we're the end of September, I'm 326-ish. So 8 pounds, right? I lost 2 pounds a month, basically like a half a pound per week. And this is a piece of that component. So what did I do? I did the intermittent fasting thing, right? I fasted for 16 or 18 hours. And then my little eating window was only 6 hours. So usually that's midday. Let's say for hypothetical purposes, 12 noon to 6 p.m. This is the first real meal that I will eat or that I have been eating. It's basically 4 hard-boiled eggs with a little bit of horseradish on each egg. Then I've got about a quarter to a half a cup of beans. Doesn't matter. Sometimes it's red kidney, sometimes it's black beans, pinto beans, navy beans, whatever the case may be. I buy my own dry beans, right? And then just rehydrate them, boil them off for like 10 or 15 minutes or whatever it is. Get them cooked, cool down, and then basically do a little mash on them just so I still have a little bit of texture in there, a little bite to them. Then I've got some, what I'm calling guacamole. It's basically, avocados are really expensive right now, but it's basically avocado with a little bit of olive oil, right? Really good extra virgin olive oil. If you're going to splurge on the good stuff. But there's avocado, there's some onion in there, there's some lime in there and some salt. And then I think I've got like a tablespoon or two of like salsa that I mixed into like a huge batch. Usually lasts me for like 4 avocados will last me for about like the week, give or take if I just eat only this much. But what I've got going on here, the science behind all this in as short and sweet a way as possible as I can explain it is when I do eat, right, the first meal of the day, I'm trying to get as much protein, fiber, and good fats, right? I'm trying to get those three things into the first meal because it helps to carry over the metabolism from the earlier part of the day, but also it helps to lower or diminish the sugar bump, the insulin spike. In all the research that I've done, right, keeping insulin down, keeping the blood sugar down is like one of the pillars of why these people live to like over 100 years old. Longevity, they've got less risk of diseases, and keeping the insulin down keeps the inflammation down. So basically it's eggs are for the protein, the beans are for the fiber, right? There's also a little bit of carbs in there, but it's good complex carbs. And then the guacamole is basically for a little bit of fiber, but mostly for the good fats. And then obviously extra virgin olive oil is good for that too. The horseradish is just a way for me to get some flavor into this, right? With a little bit of a kick. I think there's some research out there that says that if you eat spicy foods with every meal, it helps to improve the metabolism, that kind of vibe. You'll have to do your own due diligence. I'm just telling you what worked for me to go from 334 pounds in the tail end of May to 326 pounds at the tail end of September. So basically down 8 pounds in 4 months, basically 2 pounds a month. That's the perfect, thing for me right now. I didn't gain over 180, 200 pounds overnight. It took me a couple decades to do that. So I'm hoping that maybe I can cut that time in half and in 10 years be below 200 pounds. So I know I didn't gain the weight overnight. I'm not going to lose the weight overnight. I'm just hoping to kind of do it naturally or as natural as I can. I'm staying away from Ozempic or Zepbound or all those other things. Talk to your doctor. If that's what's going to help you to lose weight, go for it. But in my specific situation, talking to my doctor, I decided with my doctor, I'm going to try to do this as naturally as I can for as long as I can without having to resort to those kinds of things. But if they work for you and you're under doctor supervision and you're doing whatever, more power to you. Anyways, I hope you gained some knowledge from this video. Share that knowledge with your doctor if you do decide to go that route. But with that being said, I'm the old coot. Stay tuned. I've got another longer video after this one, just kind of explaining everything more in detail as I usually do. There are some links down below in the comment section, also in the description section. Make sure to check those out to the products that I use, the vitamins, etc., etc. And I will catch you all on the next exciting video. So just to quickly recap, this is meal number 1, the first meal of probably 3 or 4 that I'll have within that 6-hour eating window. Let's say hypothetically 12 noon to about 6 p.m. And we'll go into meal number 2 and 3 in the next few videos. With that being said, I'll catch you all on the next exciting adventure.